Hi everyone, my name is Dana. Today I am going to be doing a playthrough of Planet Zoo. So this is really exciting for me because when I was a kid, one of my favorite games to play on my DS was Zoo Tycoon 2, I think. And oh my gosh, I just remember playing that game for hours. I never really understood it. I'm pretty sure I always played in sandbox. So there is that I have going for me. However, yeah, so anyways, this is my little starter zoo. I was testing the mechanics and just figuring some things out. So that's why there's already stuff built there, but I didn't get any animals or anything. I just wanted to kind of learn everything because I sped through the tutorial, didn't really pay attention, and yeah, so I realized now there was probably a faster way for me to remove everything, but it's whatever. But anyways, so this is I barely know how to play the game still. I just like I said, I literally was just starting. So you might see some things and cringe. But anyways, so I'm just hiring basically one of everyone or something like that. I don't really know. I think they auto hire the vendors. I'm not really sure. But yeah, so this is going to be my first zoo and I'm going to keep on doing this playthrough until it's literally packed to the brim. And then once that's the case, I'll consider the zoo finished. And then after that, I'll make a new one. And then my goal is, depending on how many zoos we make, eventually this can be something we look back on and see the progress I've made and stuff like that, just for funsies. But yeah, this is like a real world, like, server. Like, this isn't Sandbox. Like, this is something where other people can visit my zoo and blah, blah, blah. So, that's something. But yeah, so I have no guests because there's no animals in my enclosure yet, but I'm just setting up trash cans and stuff because I remember that if you don't do that in Zoo Tycoon, there would just be litter everywhere or something. At least I think that was the case. But yeah, so I did that, and then my favorite thing to do is the terraforming and like terraining. Oh, I really enjoy that. So of course, when there's animals like the peacock, where it's like they are fine with no coverage at all, it's like ugh. So I still add some stuff, but it's like they don't need it, sort of thing. And there's this one YouTuber I watch. I think their name is Leaf or something, where they play this game a lot, and they are just incredible at terraforming. And I'm pretty sure they have all the DLC. I do not have any of the DLC because who do you think I am? I don't have that kind of money or time. But anyways, like the art, it's like an art. Like the people who are good at actually terraforming, it's incredible. But yeah, so I'm hoping that we will see improvement with me as well. And I don't avidly watch like I watch Leaf sometimes. It's mostly when I'm sick that I watch them. But yeah, I will say it's like one of those things where it's like I definitely am not taking notes. I just go, "Oh wow, that's really cool." And enjoy the process and do not apply it at all to like this game, especially since I literally just got this game like maybe a week ago or so. But anyways, basically where I'm getting to with that statement is um I want my improvement to be based off of me and not me watching tutorials, if that makes sense. There were things I had to look up, so if I pause for a long time, that's just me trying to figure out how to play this game, so I'd have to look up how to do something. But like I said, it's just mostly like for the most part like the decorating, the landscaping, all that stuff I want to be very organic like by me. But anyways, one thing I've already learned is how to make the paths wider, which is something I did not know. And I will not be applying it because by the time I learned it, basically I recorded this video in separate segments. So there are like 5 recordings. There are like 5 recordings of this that I still have to go through, I think. And I learned about the larger paths after making a lot of progress on the zoo, and I'm like, mm-mm. So this is going to be a small path zoo through and through, but in the future, hopefully, I have better plans, and I kind of, for my next zoo already, I want to make the entryway be like just a straight shot all the way to the other side of the zoo, and that's where all the vendors will be. And then I'll make offshoots from that entryway, and that'll be where my enclosures will go and stuff. So instead of it being this where they enter and immediately have to go to either side, they can walk straight down the middle as long as they want, and then kind of do a loop around, if that makes sense. And then how I'll do it is it'll be two enclosures side by side, and then in between that's where like all of the maintenance stuff will go and things like that like bring down the morale of like the visitors, like the happiness. So that's kind of my plan. But anyways, I just I don't know. I still have to learn the breeding, like how it works, because it's a lot of new things for me. And one thing that I have been learning is like, actually no, I haven't been learning, but basically my peacocks, they did have, babies, and then I removed all of them except the albino one because, spoiler alert, they have an albino baby, and I wanted more of them, or I wanted to see, because there's a like, it's not a zoo, but it's a park that has like peacocks and deer and stuff, and they have like where it's like half white and half colored peacocks. I'm assuming they're called piebald or pied, because that's what it's like in dogs. But anyways, I'm assuming like I'm under the assumption that that is something you can do if a like all white peacock were to have babies with like a regular peacock, because that's what happened. Because I saw them when they had babies, and it was a white one and then a regular one, and then some of them were all white, and then some of them were like half white and half regular peacock colored, and then some of them were just regular peacock colored. So I want to see, that's my goal, is I want to see if that can happen in game as well. And I tried removing all the peacocks from the enclosure except him, and then getting two new females that weren't at all like related to him. I'm just wondering if it's like because he's younger than the females. I don't even know, but I'll figure it out eventually. But yeah, so that is what is going on in the future. I just spoiled a lot. And anyways, so yeah, I'm adding more things, and oh my gosh, it took me so long to figure out how to get the vets to do research, and it was literally just you drag them. I'm like clicking, I'm doing stuff like that. It took me so long to figure out. It was so frustrating. Oh, I'm watching that group of people just dance around in circles right now. That's pretty funny. So many things I didn't realize when I was actually playing the game that I'm noticing now, because it's like I don't have to watch the stuff that I was originally focusing on. But yeah, so I really enjoy the whole like saving money thing and stuff like that of this game, but I am nervous, however, because sometimes there isn't a lot of room for error. And I'm afraid that if my zoo goes bankrupt, that I no longer like can carry on. Yeah, I noticed that road was crooked, and I had to change it. I'm pretty sure. Oh no 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 no! I built another enclosure there. That's right. Okay. But anyways, I might pause this for a second because I'm losing Wi-Fi. Oh no, we back. Um, because basically I'm doing a voiceover by having my voice recorder on one side and then a different, um, what was I gonna say? A different, oh, I have my video editor on one side and a voice recorder on the other side, and the video editor goes through Wi-Fi. So, yeah, I don't know. Okie dokie. So that was a little bit of a brain break for me. You know, you guys just watching with some ambient music. So now there's more things for me to talk about. So now I'm on the animal market and I'm realizing how it works more. So I realized that, you know, there's not always a guarantee I'll be able to find a pair of some. So I get some sometimes and then I'm just going to keep them in the storage, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, the thing I struggled with is this game, obviously, I'm playing, you know, online, and sometimes it just wouldn't let me, like, buy the animals. But yeah, so look at my inspection report. Ooh, let's go. I was so nervous about the inspection for the first time. I was pretty sure, like, that I'd get closed down immediately for some reason, but apparently that isn't the case. And yeah, I am aware that my zoo isn't exactly, you know, like the place itself isn't exactly decorated, but money be tight. So I'm focusing more on like just getting more animals. Uh-oh, this is when I panicked because I didn't realize that it would snow, even though where I live it snows and there are peacocks and they do just fine. So I don't understand why it's an issue. And then for some reason it didn't show the heating radius very well. So I just spammed these heaters only to find out that I did not need to do that. So then I ended up deleting like half of them. But yeah, so that was a fun little thing. But yeah, so uh bingo bango. And now the peacocks are happy again. But yeah, look at that. The the place is like there's just so many heaters, so much heater action going on. And I realized, oops, probably didn't need to spend that much. But I panicked. I didn't want them to die, and I didn't want to get in trouble, and I didn't want the people to hate me. So I was like, okie dokie. But anyways, the snow also made it so difficult to play the game because there were so many particles. I could barely see like anything. It was definitely a neat little challenge that I encountered. But yeah, so I'm really glad that the snow finally stopped. And oh, look at it melted. Oh, look at back to normal. Thank goodness. But yeah, look at all the babies my peacock had. Oh, make me so happy. The one thing I made a mistake on was I'm pretty sure I put that like animal hut through the fence, and that sabotaged me a little later when it came to aesthetics, but you know, we worked it out. Oh my gosh. I don't know. This makes me so happy. I got the Zoo Tycoon game instead of like Planet Zoo. And I was expecting Zoo Tycoon to be just like this game. I was expecting it to be where you build and design the habitats, you get the animals, blah blah blah, you put down like the shops and stuff. But now it's I don't know. It changed so much from what I was expecting it to be. I got it for free. But I was so disappointed because obviously, you know, I was looking forward to something different. And I don't know, it was just kind of a disappointment that it wasn't like that. Like to see what the franchise had come to since when I played it on the DS. But I am glad that at least Planet Zoo is what I'm looking for. Why are they called warthogs? That's like the most disgusting name ever, by the way. Ew. Whoever named him that, that's low-key kind of toxic, if you ask me. Um, but yeah, so I'm getting kind of bored of talking about the game, so I'm just talking about my life now. So if you don't know, which you should, based off of it, well, if this is your first video, you don't know, but my name is Dana, and I am, in real life, a dog trainer. That's my real life job. And I have 3 dogs named Gunner, Buddy, and Ammo. And Gunner is a rescue dog. I got him from a shelter. He was in a shelter for 3 years. Buddy is also a rescue, but I took him in after his owner passed away, and his owner was a family friend of mine. And he's a purebred border collie, but he is not well bred in any way, shape, or form. He's a terrible representation of the border collie breed. And then I have Ammo. And Ammo is my perfect princess who can do no wrong in my eyes. She's a purebred border collie, and we compete. So where I live, it is currently in the negatives, and I cannot practice agility, and we are going to be doing our first agility competition, knock on wood, hopefully, in not this weekend, but next weekend, I believe. And that makes me really nervous because there's a barn I'll go to practice, and it's been too cold to go to the barn, and where I live, the floor is way too slippery to even practice like any sending her outs or anything like that. So I'm really hoping that it warms up quickly so that we can really practice before the competition so I don't embarrass myself. But yeah, so anyways, those are my dogs, and I have a YouTube channel called Dana and Dogs. It should be linked on this like channel somewhere where you can find it, but if you want to see my beloved canine companions and learn something about dog training, definitely feel free to check it out. I definitely am a lot more passionate about my dog stuff than I am about my video game stuff. This is me just hanging out, having a good time, and talking about things, because obviously on a dog YouTube channel, it has to be, dog related, dog specific. I'll talk about some stuff, but it's like I don't have enough of a following to just do like a Q&A yet or anything like that. Even though that's what I really would like. I would enjoy to have a big following and do more interactive stuff. But, until then, I'm just hanging out but it's all dog related. But now I can just hang out with a game in the background and just talk about whatever I want. Which is, it really doesn't get any better than that, honestly. So, yeah. But yeah, anyways. Those are my dogs. And then I also grow and sell houseplants. And literally today, my entire morning was just me doing houseplant stuff. Like, until maybe 1 o'clock. I finished doing chores and, like, ate breakfast. It was maybe around 8:30 in the morning. And I was doing plant stuff from 8:30 to 12:30. And I just had Minecraft YouTuber videos playing in the background. Specifically, Grian's Hermitcraft Season 9 playlist playing in the background. I really enjoy having those play in the background of like me trying to sleep. Like when I'm doing stuff, I can't do stuff with no background noise, but if it's music, sometimes it's too much and I get distracted by the music. So it's like I just need someone to be talking. So maybe my videos will be something someone else can fall asleep to, or maybe it's just me. But anyways, I went through so many of those Hermitcraft videos while I was doing plant stuff. This is where I might have gone wrong. I've been so excited to have a garden outside and grow my own food. And I have so many seeds, and I may have jumped the gun. And I planted a bunch of seeds, specifically. For some reason, I got hyper fixated on growing tomatoes. So I have 12 different genuses of, genuses of tomatoes. Genuses? Species? I don't know. I have 12 different types of tomatoes germinating from seeds right now, and I'm so excited. There's one called the Big Zack, and apparently the tomatoes can get to be like 5 pounds or something, and I am so excited, but it's like, why would I need this many tomatoes? I want to learn how to make homemade marinara sauce, but it's like, even then, why do I have this many tomatoes? So I might get into doing more farmers markets if everything goes well this year. However, I have more than one seed of each plant planted, so I only really want one plant of each for myself, and then anything extra I'm gonna sell at a garden show. So it's really no big deal. The only things I want more of is like when it comes to peppers or like peas and beans and stuff, because tomatoes, they just grow and grow and grow and grow. But that's really not the case with peas and beans. Maybe more beans, but not peas. Peas, it's like they grow and then they're done. So I'd rather have a lot of peas than not enough of peas. And then peppers are just really fickle, so I'd rather have more than enough peppers so that way if some of them just decide to kill themselves, I'd still like have a plant. And then I also have some herbs planted, and with those, I think people typically keep a lot of the plant, like a lot of plants with that, so that's probably what I'll do. But, anyways, I'm so excited for spring. Like, there's something about wintertime that just takes away my ambition and, like, will to live. And I don't know. Yesterday, I was just talking about when it's gonna be warm again, and oh, I can't wait to like enjoy like being outside again. I was talking about, so where I live, we basically grilled out at least once a week, and we'd eat outside like all of spring, all of summer, and pretty much all of fall because it didn't get super cold until like middle of November. And I miss that so much. I love grilling out. I love being outside. I miss being able to hang outside with my dogs. Like right now, it's just too cold. I can't do that. And it's like in the summertime when we grill out, I would have a kiddie pool filled up for them, and Emma would splash around and have such a good time. Oh, I miss that. Just thinking about it, like, makes me feel more ambition, if that makes sense, because I'm just so excited. And I just like I imagine the like feeling again. Oh my goodness. So so yeah, I can't wait until it's no longer winter. I used to enjoy winter more and like the snow more, but now where I live, it's just inconveniencing for me. I have all my agility equipment to practice here, but with it being so cold and snowy, I can't practice. And that's like really frustrating, is knowing I have the stuff to practice and I can't do it. And then even just taking my dogs for walks and stuff, like it gets so cold. Gunner, who he's a rescue, he's like very, very short haired and very, very sparse haired. So he gets cold so fast. So he doesn't enjoy the walks at all. And then my border collies enjoy the walks so much and they'll just eat snow until they barf. So it's like I'd have to walk them one at a time and on leash so I can micromanage what they're doing. But then that takes the joy out of the walks for me, because for all my dogs, when there's a leash on, they know it's like training time. And when there isn't a leash, then they know, oh, it's a pack walk time. They act like normal dogs. But then when the leash is on, I have different expectations for them, and they understand that, which I enjoy, except for when I'm not, going, hey, let's train. It's like I literally just want to hang out, and Ammo's in a perfect heel right next to me, just staring at me. And then because of that, you can't just ignore it. You have to reinforce it and go, oh, wow, what a good dog. So it's like, if I'm not in the mood to train, I really don't want to put myself in a situation where I have to train, because then that would take the joy out of training for me, I guess. That's what I'm getting at. Um, but yeah, so I just can't wait until it's not winter anymore. But then the thing that's so disappointing is, of course it wasn't snowy, and of course it didn't feel like winter until after Christmas and New Year's were over. Of course, the holidays, it didn't feel like Christmas at all. There would be Christmas lights and everything was just gloomy and rainy and sad. And now, of course, there's snow and it actually feels like Christmas, but Christmas is over. I did not have any Christmas spirit whatsoever. And because that, it's like, I feel like, with my dogs and stuff, I usually do a good Christmas party and I get them toys and stuff. And I still did, but like since I didn't have that same holiday spirit, I feel like I guess I could have done more for them. And I don't know why I feel bad, because my dogs have no concept of actual human holidays and we're just excited to be getting toys and treats. But it's like me having the concept of human holidays and knowing that I only have like a specific amount of time with them, which is much shorter than like I wish I would have forever amount of time with them. It's like now I feel bad that like one of their Christmases wasn't so much and I could have done more, especially since this was literally Ammo's second Christmas and Buddy's first Christmas with me. So that's a little disappointing, but it's like it's over now, and if I want to, I can just do Christmas with them whenever, but obviously that I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I'll just, you can only do better next year. So let's hope all my dogs stay healthy so that I can have a redemption arc for next year. And it will be fine. But anyways, I think this is where I'm going to end the voiceover. Obviously there's still more stuff to be done in the zoo, but I've really covered a lot of topics with y'all today. And I don't really have anything else to talk about, but from now on, what I might do is split, like, I might do half the amount of time of each episode, so, because these are 1 hour recordings that I sped up so that they're, like, half an hour, and that's a lot of video to be watching at once, and I understand and empathize that there are definitely better YouTube videos that you could be watching, and better YouTubers who are more entertaining and exciting to be listening to as well. So, yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm the same way. I don't watch my own videos. I edit them, bingo bango, never look at them again. But, this is a lot of content. And there's only so much I can talk about, and I don't even know what I talked about anymore. So, anyways, I appreciate you if you made it this far into the video. And I hope you enjoyed me just talking about whatever. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!